Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you for still being here. If you've watched a few videos and you haven't subscribed yet, you should do that. Definitely make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you are enjoying the content so that you don't miss anything from me in the future. I upload every day except for Monday. Mondays are for members only, and yeah, there's that. Anyway, so today I have for you, I have 6 more, I don't know why I'm doing this, 6 more weirdos for you. So if you guys have been here, I think it was like 6 months ago or so, I did a video on some of the weirdos in my collection. I can leave it linked up here for you if you want to go and watch it. So today I thought I would do another one because you guys really enjoyed that, and there were so many that I didn't put on the list for the sake of the video just like being a normal length. So today I have 6 plants for you from my collection that I think are really weird, and if you're into weirdos you might like these too, and you might want to add them to your collection. So the first one on my list today is a Euphorbia, and it is this Euphorbia obesa. Obesa? I think it's obesa. I don't actually know what's happening to this and why it's turning brown, so if y'all could tell me why it's doing that, that would be great. But I'm very tempted to just like take this out of here and toss this big ugly one and just keep these like little baby ones that are doing okay, like especially this one up here. But it is like, it's spreading, and I just don't know what, like, is it scale? It looks like it might be scale. So that's unfortunate, but it was very cute. It wasn't like this, it wasn't as bad as this anyway when I bought it. But this is the Euphorbia obesa. They also call this like the baseball cactus, and it's not actually a cactus, it's a Euphorbia. And obviously I had to put it on the list because look at how weird it is. It's almost perfectly round. It gets these little weird leafies at the top, as Euphorbia do, and I like it. It was very difficult not to have like the whole entire list to be Euphorbia, because Euphorbia in general are weird. Like there's no way around it. Like I've never seen a Euphorbia that wasn't weird. So Euphorbia obesa had to be number 1 on the list today. And I got that one at like Home Depot or Lowe's or something. They were definitely popping up for a little while. So like they're out there, they exist. They are just a little bit harder to find. So the second plant on my list today is actually another Euphorbia, but it's these are the only 2 Euphorbia, and I was gonna put this one on the last. It got booted out of the last video. It didn't make it to the final cut, so I wanted to include it in this video. Plus I was having a conversation with David about like what he thinks are the weirdest plants in here, and this is always his go-to because this is actually his plant, sort of. He bought it. I'm the one who takes care of it, but it was technically his plant. So, and it's the biggest one that I have for you today, and it is this Euphorbia Madagascar Jewel. I mean, it's just like, what even is this thing? It looks like a Euphorbia at the base, but then it's got these leaves that are pretty long, but they're also thin. I did just like clean it so it's wet. I did just use my Urban Gardener leaf radiance spray on it, so I do need to like wipe it down and give her a good clean because she was covered in dust. But I just think this plant is so weird. The leaves are really cool. They have that like ripply texture to them, but the really interesting thing about this plant is that it'll actually like shoot off like spores, I guess, for lack of a better term, or lack of like actually knowing what the term is called. And you can just find little babies like this popping up in like plants nearby. This one actually came right off the bottom of the plant, but it will literally just like shoot its pollen or its seeds like off of the plant. So it's a very very interesting plant. I don't really know what this is here. It's like fuzzy, kind of like this brown part. You guys, Euphorbia are freaking weird, but I just thought this one was really cool. And it did like drop a lot of its lower leaves, but it's always growing new ones out from the top. So this is the newest leaf out here. It definitely had like a little bit of thrip going on at some point, but it seems to be under control now. So some of the leaves are definitely a little bit damaged from that, but otherwise I think it's looking pretty good. And it is so freaking weird. Okay, so before we get into the next plant, I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about a new product from Premium Jane. These are the Delta 9 and Amanita muscaria gummies, and this is empty because we ate them all already, but they're really, really cute. They're actually shaped like mushrooms. I'll leave a picture for you on the screen here. I've really been enjoying these because if you guys know, I did try just like the regular Amanita muscaria gummies, which I highly recommend reading more about and checking that out if you're interested. But this one I thought was really fascinating because they added in the Delta 9. So for me, I actually prefer these over the regular Amanita muscaria mushroom gummy. So, and these ones are berry mango. They're really yummy. And they really, really helped me sleep. So they didn't knock me out the way that other gummies can, but I noticed that I was getting really nice, restful sleep and I wasn't waking up so much throughout the night. I also wasn't feeling any type of like drowsiness or like quote unquote hangover from consuming these the next day, which is really, really nice. So definitely go and check out Premium Jane. They have lots of other products if you're interested. I usually go for the THCO gummies if you're looking for something that are a little bit more like regular gummies, but if you're looking for something a little bit more mild that's going to be more calming and relaxing, I highly recommend checking out these Delta 9 Amanita mushroom gummies from Premium Jane. I will leave them linked down below for you guys. I've got a discount code. Definitely go and check it out. They have amazing sales, and their products are really fantastic. Made in the USA. Everything is completely legal and regulated, and they make really great stuff. So definitely go and check out Premium Jane. If you guys have been here, you know I've been using their products for a long time, and I really, really love them. And I really stand behind this company. So when they came out with this, I was very excited, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. But let's get back into the plants. Okay, so number 3 on my list of weirdos today is a newer plant to my collection. So you may have seen it. I picked it up over the summer, and it is the Dischidia, I think it's species Camiguin Island. So this is a Dischidia, and I think the leaves are really interesting the way that they grow. It looks like it wants to shingle the way that they like lay flat and have these aerial roots, but I really love it as a trailing plant, and I don't mind it if they taco a little bit. I think this plant is so fascinating, and it's it's blooming, you guys. So it started to produce these little things that look like peduncles like this, and I was like, I know that Dischidia and Hoya are related, right? They're in the same family, but I didn't think that Dischidia blooms were similar to Hoya blooms. So when I saw this, I was like, is that a freaking peduncle? I don't think it's called a peduncle, but I was like, what is this plant doing? And then it started to look like this, and I was like, okay, is it a flower? Is it aerial roots? And then it started to like kind of bud out a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a flower. I don't know if they're gonna open any more than that. They look kind of purple on the inside, and they look like they want to open. So I'm just trying to be patient because we have a few. There's one there, one here, and another one that's just growing here. So it is definitely worthy, I think, of the weirdo list. I have this one hanging in my west-facing window, and it's cute. It's cute, and it's weird, and it's a Dischidia. So I just really enjoy it, and I think that you should definitely consider adding this one to your list if you're into weird plants. So Dischidia species, Camiguin Island. I snagged this one in like North Carolina. That video was epic. If you guys remember that one. And it's been doing really well for me. Very easygoing. I treat it the same as all of my trailing Hoya, and it's been growing and blooming, so it must be happy, right? And it's weird. It's very weird in a good way. Weird is not a bad thing, by the way. We like weirdos around here. So Dischidia is number 3. And then number 4 I put on the list for the same reason, because this one is a Hoya, but it reminds me of this one. And that is my Hoya Imbricata. Ooh, she's a little floppy. She was just a cutting, so she's just the one leaf for now. But you can see she kind of looks like a taco. But that's because they actually want a shingle. So I'll show you a picture of what it looks like when it's a bigger plant and when it's shingling, so you can see what I'm talking about. But for a Hoya, it's just very, very odd. And I like it. It's splashy, it's cute, and it's strange. It's got these little growth points sticking out like a clam. And I think it's really cool. So I'm not mad about it. Hoya Imbricata is number 4 on my list of weirdos. Hopefully she'll give me, she looks like she wants to give me some new leaves. I don't know if I'll ever get her just like shingling or if I'm gonna leave her to taco. I'm just always afraid that like a mealybug's gonna like lay eggs inside the taco and I'll just never be able to get them out. Nightmare. Anyway, Hoya Imbricata. Okay, so number 5 should not be surprising if you guys have been here and you know already how much I love Ripsalis. I had one on my last list and I wanted to include them all because I think they're all kind of funky, but I think this one is definitely like the weirdest and the most interesting looking out of all the ones that I personally have in my collection. It's my favorite Ripsalis, and I think it's one that people are into even if they're not super into jungle cacti, and that would be the Salis Paradoxa. So it has this illusion of kind of being spiraled because of the way like each little section is kind of positioned differently. I don't really know how to explain it. It looks like it's spiraling even though it's not. It's just kind of like each little section has it's oriented different. So that's the best way I could describe it. The new growth comes in kind of fuzzy, like a cactus, but not prickly, so it's okay. And then it hardens off and just is regular green. But I absolutely love this plant. I can't wait for it to be a nice trailing plant for me. My cat knocked it over and it broke some pieces off, so now it's giving me new growth. So thank you, Crusher Pants, for breaking this plant because now it's growing. So Ripsalis Paradoxa is what, number 5 on my list, and I highly recommend snagging this one. It's a very easygoing, easy growing plant. I've never seen it really sold in like a big plant, so you're probably gonna have to buy a couple of little babies and put them together, but this started as just a couple of like little plugs and it's been doing really well for me. I cut it and sell cuttings. If I had like put them back in the top, it would probably be a more full plant, but next time. I'll just buy some for inventory and like propagate mine for myself next time. So Ripsalis Paradoxa is number 5 on my list of weirdos that I love. Look at it. It's just so cool. I can't wait for this to be just like a really big trailing plant one day. I think it's going to be one of those plants that like when people come in my home, they're going to be like, oh, what's that? You know? Okay, one more plant on the list, and this one is unexpected for a few reasons. 1, because it's a philodendron, and 2, because it's not the philodendron I thought that I purchased when I purchased this plant. So if you've been here, you would know I bought what I thought was a philodendron 69686. It was sold to me as a 69686, and it just had these leaves here, these little 3 little baby leaves, right? Sure, why not? I believed him. 69686. And then it gave me this, which is not a 69. 686 at all. That is not what this is. So, in honor of not knowing that I had this, I wanted to put the Philodendron Glad Hands on my list because I do think that the leaf shape is pretty unique and odd and weird. Not so much for a philodendron, but this plant in general is just weird to me because I was under the impression for the longest time, it's even labeled 69686. And then it popped out this leaf and I was like, what are you? Is he little? I thought it was like an alien or a mutant or something, and then I realized that it's a Philodendron Glad Hands. But I do think that it is kind of a weird philodendron. It definitely has an interesting leaf shape. I put my Tortum on the list last time, so I was like, let me choose another philodendron, and I think this one is definitely the strangest out of some of the ones that I have. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have any of these plants? Do you agree with me? Do you think they're weirdos? What weirdos do you have in your collection? I probably have some too, but we will be doing a part 3 and a part 4 and all that stuff, so I don't want to put too many in one video. But let me know in the comments below if you have any of them. Like I said, if you want any of them, which ones are weird to you in your collection that you love. Yeah, I would love to hear about it and discuss it with you guys. So that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. If you did, you should definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. Get yourself some perky perks. If not, there's a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me. Everything is appreciated. Cannot do this without you guys. I love you so very much. I will leave everything you need to know linked down below for Premium Jane as well. Go and check out the website. I've got a discount code for you. I promise you won't regret it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. And don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.